leading the charge to make the 2024 Broker Carrier Summit possible, and we are so excited to have their support. In case you haven't heard, TAFS offers much more than freight factoring. It provides a comprehensive support system for trucking companies of all sizes, specializing in fast and efficient invoice factoring with the ability to pay carriers in as little as 1 hour. And TAFS services go well beyond factoring, offering a fuel card that unlocks major fuel discounts, flexible business loans that are designed to cater to the distinct needs of a carrier's operations, a dedicated, responsive client experience team, and much more. Blackbox Logistics is a 3PL freight brokerage based out of Birmingham. Alabama Blackbox Logistics was formed in 2020 by 3 friends, Logan Dyer, William Graves, and Will Hopkins, in a basement office with the goal of bringing transparency around the clock communication and hassle-free customer experience to the table. WireB is an AI-powered call automation platform built for freight brokers, designed to screen every inbound call in real time, block spoofing, phishing, and double brokering scams, verify compliance through integrations with FMCSA, Highway, and My Carrier Portal, and automatically connect brokers with qualified, vetted carriers, all before a human ever picks up the phone. Sales-CRM is built for freight broker and agent sales teams. Manage your shipper prospecting and follow-ups. Organize your carriers in the lanes they run. HD Ships is a leading logistics provider specializing in sustainable and tech-driven freight solutions. With hubs in Reno, Phoenix, and London, we deliver comprehensive services, including full truckload, expedited cross-border, and intermodal freight. Leveraging proprietary technology, we offer 24/7 tracking, real-time visibility, and advanced automation to ensure safe, compliant, and efficient transportation. Our commitment to sustainability enables clients to offset emissions through carbon credits, aligning logistics with environmental goals. At HD Ships, we prioritize transparency, reliability, and exceptional customer service, empowering clients to achieve seamless, sustainable logistics solutions worldwide.
What's happening? Happy Thursday.
Yeah, man. Happy Thursday. All good this way. What's going on with you?
Not much. Finally shaved my beard after for the first time since being in Columbia. So
yeah, good for you. Yeah, back to the States. Got a clean shave.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. What, you still in Indiana?
Yeah. I got up a little early today. British Open golf was going on at about 3 a.m. So
yeah, man, that's early. Did you get up at 3 a.m.?
Yeah, probably the earliest usually I get up. So I started my day early today. Got plenty of sleep though. I went to bed early. Well, yeah, it should be a fun one today. Shout out to our sponsors, Black Box Logistics, Will's Company, HT Ships, where I recruit agents, Wirebee, carrier AI betting, basically to stop spoofing. We had them on the show. Great company. Definitely check them out. Sales Dash CRM, Freight Specific CRM. Will's Company uses it. Our agents use it. Some of our agents use it. Josh and Drew, great people. Then our banner sponsor Taft's just renewed for 6 months. Ryan and Rob, great people. It reminds me I got to change my banner.
Oh yeah. I was supposed to remind you. Yeah, man. Shout out to Taft's. We just came up on a year of sponsorship with them. They're one of the OG sponsors, the banner sponsor. So it's been a year with them, and looking forward to another 6 months.
Yeah, 100%. Well, today's guest should be fun. I know I love reading Serena's posts on LinkedIn. It should be fun to talk to her kind of about her journey in freight, what she does now, how she got into it. And it should be a fun episode. Yeah,
man, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hopeful that we'll get to see some ducks today. For those of you that don't know Serena, from 15 years in the bar and restaurant industry to crushing top sales in freight. Serena's journey is anything but ordinary. A mom, 2-time surrogate, animal lover, and tween volleyball coach. She's bringing heart, hustle, and some real perspective to the freight game. So that's our guest for today.
Let's dive in.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, Serena, how's it going?
That's the funniest. It's not really funny, but hearing that description of me makes me laugh.
Yeah, it was our graphics guys put it together. So I was reading the advertisement post there for the intro.
No, I like it. I'm just gonna put it in my email signature.
Yeah, just make it your new LinkedIn bio.
Yeah, just a 6-line job description.
Yeah, the only thing that I was disappointed, there's no mention of the ducks in the bio.
I will go get a duck later. God.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll wait on the ducks. So what I do want to, just from the start, so for 15 years in the bar and restaurant industry, I think that's a pretty common thing that people go from, we have a lot of servers here that pivoted to freight. And I think it's a really good thing to do before getting into freight, from dealing with people. What is your experience with that? Do you think that's relevant? Do you think it's helped you at all, or not at all?
Well, a lot of people because people are like, oh, it's sales. And I'm like, it's not. I'm behind the bar. People are already coming to me for something. I'm just giving them what they need and what they want. I'm not rallying people in on the corner to come drink at the bar, right?
Yeah.
But people my whole life were like, you should really go into sales. And I'm like, I can't. I'm not pushy enough. I don't have that I don't have that part in me. And even now, I tell people all the time, because I have people reach out to me that want to get into it. And I'm like, listen, I don't do the sales part. I've made, I think, 2 cold calls. I will occasionally get a hair in my spine and send a cold email, but I only do it if I'm crazy bored, and I don't like doing it. So maybe the bar part that makes me have a personality and makes it I can talk to really just about anybody, but they have to want to talk to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are you doing carrier sales then, or are you cradle to grave, or how does that kind of work in your current setup?
I just got lucky with my customers and don't really have to. I guess you should always be prospecting if my boss is listening, but he knows how I operate, and he just really doesn't care because I'm doing well the way that I'm doing it. But my main customer is a girl that I worked at Hooters with 20 years ago.
Well, that was going to be my question is how did you find your customers? I don't know if you don't like the sales or the cold emails or even cold calls. So it's from people that you've known previously that you've reached out to?
Say that again.
So how did you find your customers? Sounds like your main customer is somebody that you know from work previously. What about the others?
So my first few that I ran for, one is an old bar regular of mine that is the sales manager of a building supplies company. in Orlando, and just like reached out to me to check on me one day, like, hey, miss you. I'm at the bar. How are you? And I told him what I was doing, and he was like, oh, I can hook you up. And so I don't do a lot for them. I do like their overflow. But I posted like on my Instagram that this is what I'm doing now. And that friend of mine, we've like kept in touch, who lives in Texas. We kept in touch throughout the years. There's like a group of us that used to work together. And she reached out to me and she was like, listen, my husband's company like ships a lot of stuff and we need a new person. Our person kind of stinks. And then I started doing it for them, and I do, you know, not just like, I'm not patting me on back, via feedback from them, I do really well and they trust me. So I do all of their stuff. Their customer. So my customer is essentially the middleman in what they do. The receiver for a lot of their stuff, I talked to on the phone a few months ago, and he was like, and I wasn't even pushing. We were talking about like my trucks that were delivering to him like the next day or something like that. And I just brought it up, like, if you ever need me, like I'm around. And he was like, oh, I don't like broker trucks. Like we use, I'm not going to say it, you know, whatever. And I was just like, okay, like if you ever need me, I'm over here. And a couple months later, he called me as I was walking into volleyball practice. And I was like, why is this guy calling me? He was like, how quickly can you get a truck in here? And I was like, yeah, I'm at volleyball, but give me a minute. So I called one of my teammates because I have a team lead and there's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of us that work together, just like, bouncing off of each other. We don't really work together, but if I need something, they'll help me. So I called my teammate and I was like, hey, I'm at practice. I need you to find me a truck. And she was like, okay. We got somebody there. And then a few weeks later, he reached out to me and he was like, I need 12 trucks to go to Nebraska. And I was like, what? Sure, got it. And I did it. And now he throws stuff at me, honestly, a lot. It's borderline abuse at this point, but it's fine.
Was that the trucks to Minnesota? You were trying to find trucks to Minnesota? Was that for that?
I had to go to Nebraska, like Lincoln, Nebraska, or not even Lincoln. I don't even remember now. I blacked it out. West Virginia. I had a truckload in Fayetteville for him last week that got held up because there was cops and ambulances on site. He was like, yeah, that happens sometimes. And I was like, okay, sure.
No, that's cool because it's for anybody just getting started. That's 2 great ways to build your book of business. One, people that you already know, right? Just letting them know what you're doing now. John Rogers, a guest that we have on quite often, pretty polarizing figure. You either love him or you hate him, but he always says, make sure to let people know what you do and the problems that you solve, right? And through that, you can get a lot of business. And then 2, if you have those like it sounds like for Serena, you had a load delivering to a receiver, you're calling, just making sure everything's good. And that ended up creating business of its own. It's I call it the spider web method, which really the better comparison would probably be like a tree. And then you got a branch and then more branches. But I consider it a spider web because everything's connected, right? If I have a shipper shipping to, say, like 10 co-signees and then I onboard 2 of them, they're shipping 10 more places, onboard 2 more. I mean, you can build a whole book of business through one shipper.
Yeah. I mean, I would just rather, and again, I got very lucky because they're not price gouging. They know like what my job is. Like I got an email Monday, hey, I need 6 trucks for Willis to Midland. And then he called me a few hours later and he was like, just kidding. We can only fit 1 per truck. I need 12. And I was like, okay. And as I started digging, I was like, okay, it's going to be this amount per truck if we need RGNs. And he was like, it's fine. I need it. Make your money. I don't care. And I was like, okay,
yeah,
whatever you say.
That's what you want.
But I would rather work for people that like trust that I'm not going to like abuse the privilege of not asking for rate. Like they're not like, what's the rate on this, and looking for somebody cheaper. They're trusting me to like be morally sound about it. And it's just, and again, I will say it 27 times. I know how lucky I got. I have hit top sales. I think I'm on like 8 pay periods in a row. And I just started in September.
Was your boss surprised that you got top salesperson and made 2 sales calls? I think that's pretty impressive.
He doesn't really bring it up anymore. In the beginning, he would constantly, because I get a lot of, not a lot, but like I have a few guys that I ship stuff for, not super frequently, but that found me on LinkedIn, and just, we were chit chatting, and it was just like because I'm not pushy. I'm just like, I can chit chat with you. I don't need to like bug you about it. If you need me, you know what I do. It's in my, it's there. I've run stuff for a few people that way. And now one of the guys moved to a different company and reached out to me, and he was like, I need you for all my stuff. I'm at this company now. And I was like, okay, whatever you need, here I am. But he doesn't really bring it up anymore. He knows that like he'll joke sometimes, like we do like weekday morning Zooms because everybody's remote. So it's an optional, like if you want to tune in, if you need help on a quote or whatever. So we tune in, and he'll be like, who wants to make the next cold call, Serena? And I'm like, no, not doing it.
How about the carrier side? I mean, obviously we're just talking about your bartender experience. Obviously, dealing with carriers sometimes, can be, patience and communication skills. And I'm, sure at the, bar, you sometimes have to deal with, unruly customers, and there's sometimes issues that happen between customers at the bar. I mean, do you think that side of things, not so much the sales side of things, kind of helped you with dealing with the carriers and the carrier side of your business?
For sure, because it's easy to, so like I'm not oblivious to the fact that I'm like an attractive woman, right? So they see this little blonde girl and they're like, I can be mean to her. I'm like, nope, I'm not the one. I had a guy yell at me about having to tarp a load one day months back. And he was being really disrespectful. And I was like, listen, man, I'm respecting you. You need to respect me. I paid you to tarp the load. You're going 10 miles down the road. Let's do it. But if you're going to start disrespecting me, I'm just going to give it back to you. And I'm not the one. Like I was like on the phone with this guy yelling at him because he was yelling at me, driving my daughter to middle school. Like, I'm like, I might be driving in my mom whip, but don't get it twisted. But I'm also very compassionate. Like I had a guy fall out on me the moment that I messaged you guys, and I was like, the storm's over. I had a truck fall out.
So I said, knock on wood.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And I jinxed myself, and it's fine. I handled it. But he fell out. It wasn't to any fault of his own. He was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, you can't do anything about it. It's not like you did something. He's stuck at his unload, and it's not his fault. They're not unloading him. So I was like, do I need to recover it? And he was like, I think that's the best. And I was like, okay, it's okay. I didn't mark it a fallout because yes, technically it was, but it's not his fault. I just try to be very like fair and compassionate on all sides. As long as they're being respectful, I will be respectful. But the bar does come out in me sometimes when they try me. And I'm like, because they send an email, they see my picture in the email, and then they're like, I can get her, I can roll one over on her. And I'm like, no, you can't. You cannot.
How has it been for your family? I know you mentioned driving your daughter to school, having this conversation with the driver. Has it been interesting for your husband, your kids? You're going from working in the bar to hearing conversations, because obviously you work from home, hearing conversations with carriers?
Not really. My husband works for a foundation repair company, so he deals with drivers and like knows the industry to an extent. So and he also just knows who he married, so he's very unfazed by what comes out of my mouth. My kids are also very immune to my BS. So, but I'll get off the phone and they'll be like, "What?" And I'll just tell them. My kids are very educated in the freight world now. But I just tell them straight up. But if they, sometimes I'm like, I'm going to go in the other room and deal with this. But they're used to it.
I've never a dull day.
No, never.
So, Serena, how did you end up? I mean, we talked about the transition, right? But how did you find out about freight? Like, how did you find this job?
Honestly, I tell people that I tripped and fell because I left the bar only because we moved far away. Like, it was an hour. And if anybody is listening and knows anything about I-4 in Orlando, it's a nightmare. So I just left because it wasn't like, it was just becoming too much. I was only weekday lunch bartending, so I was leaving at 5 o'clock and trying to get home. I started working for somebody else who I trusted. They ended up screwing me over, which lesson learned, fine. My husband's coworker, roommate, works for Fast Cat that I work for. And I guess the coworker must have said something in conversation, and the roommate was like, well, I can get her a job if she wants to do this. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but whatever. If I can do it from home, I can probably figure it out. And it was pretty scary at first. I was pretty intimidated by the whole sales. Because again, I don't like it. Like, I don't want to be hung up on. I don't want to bother people. Like, and even when I worked at the bar, people were calling all day long for the manager. All like salespeople, beer reps, liquor reps, everybody. Like, and I know how annoying. Nobody wants to talk to you. Like, I was the in between. Like, hey, is the manager there? I'm like, who is this? And they tell me, and they go, he's in a meeting right now. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to be on the other side of that.
You're basically the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
So then when I got into this, and I'm in training and we're going into all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I've been the gatekeeper. Nobody but I did. I got really lucky. I never had a cold call. Well, I only did, I think, 2. The first one, I forgot my own email. I straight up panicked. And the second one, she was super nice to me. Okay. And this is months ago. Super nice to me on the phone. And I was like, nailed it. I had already sent her an email prior to calling her that went unanswered. So in the call, she's like, send me an email. I sent her an email, and her response to me was, oh, right. I saw this email initially and ignored you because I don't find your picture professional for business. I cried. Full tears. Straight tears. And I never did it again. I was like, well, we're just going to figure this out some other way. And I did. But she was so mean.
Well, I mean, you figured it out.
I did.
I think ultimately for anybody and even people running brokerages, right, I think it's really results over method. So, I mean, most people, I don't want to say most people, but a lot of people build their book by cold calling and doing that stuff that you're talking about not liking, but you found a way to build a book of business and expand, and obviously have been very successful, being the top producer month over month for what sounds like several months, while avoiding cold calls. So it's
I respect the hustle of it. I do. The people that are doing it, I super respect it. I'm a little bit jealous. I just can't. And honestly, at this point, I don't have the time to add to my plate with as much as I'm doing for these 2 customers, because it would take away from my quality of service that I'm giving them. And I'm not willing to do that. So, because I'm only doing truckload for them, I have never touched an LTL forum. I don't even know how to operate it. Anybody listening that wants me to help them, I could probably figure it out, but I don't want to. But I make, I got 4 truckloads 30 minutes ago that I had people on standby for, but I'm doing so much for them that I don't really have time to add, especially somebody that's like, because, everybody's had I don't know if this is taboo to say, maybe I shouldn't, but everybody's had that customer that you've probably had to fire,
Yeah.
abusing you and you're not making enough off of it and it's just not worth it, I myself I've had to stop quoting for people because I'm just like, I'm taking so much time quoting for you. You're just looking for the bottom dollar, and that's totally fine. I know that everybody has to run their business, but with what I'm doing, I don't have the time.
Yeah, no, that's a valid, like very valid point, a good talking point for anybody listening. I think that most people who broker freight have had that experience of coming to a place of looking at the ROI per the customer, and at least for us, in my experience of onboarding employees, when they get started, they're so hungry and they want loads, they want freight. So any freight is good freight, right? And then having to break it to them that that's not actually the case. Not all freight is good freight. We have an ICP in customers that we want to work with, and then there's customers that we don't want to work with, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad customer. They're just not a good fit for our organization or how we do business. And if they're monopolizing our time and we're not getting anything back on it, then sometimes it's so hard for the new guy. So like, this is like the one person talking to me, and like, but it's like, no, man, it's a shitty load list that like 40 other people are on. Like, you need to block the email and move on.
Yeah.
It's like, you like, break their heart. You can,
Did you see the light drain from their eyes? You're like, no, I promise there's better. Just don't. You're like wasting your time. And those loads are for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Just let them find. It's like there's somebody for everybody. Yeah. Just get on Tinder and keep swiping. Find somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people, if they don't do that right, they'll plateau, and there's a ceiling for all of us, and especially. I mean, your position, I don't want to speak for you, but it sounds like you're doing pretty much cradle to grave remote. So your time is almost, I would say, arguably more important than somebody that's in a team setting, right, where they have the support or whatnot. But you definitely want to get the most out of your time, so you're not one person just stuck quoting all this shitty freight. And I think a lot of people kind of fall into that. And it's, if you don't ever step away, you can never get that new business. So it's almost it's a leap of faith of cutting off this customer I'm making a little bit of money on to use that time to go find a better customer that I can make more money later on.
Yeah.
And it's a tough concept for people to really embody, and not like idealistically, yes, but realistically in getting them to do it is tough in the moment. But like long term, that's what's been best for us and our people.
Yeah. Like there's definitely a line, I guess, but I'm also, and not even because she's my friend, right? Like, yes, I have this relationship because she's a longtime friend of mine. I don't want to let her down. I don't want to sacrifice my quality of service to her. And now that her customer is giving me so much business, I don't want to let him down either. So if I were like scrambling all day to do all these other like little things, I mean, I would, but I don't.
Yeah. But I would even challenge that. It's a concept I've been exploring with, and I have a really good friend at another company, and he has a huge book of business. He reached out today talking about like he wants to take a step back, give up percent for operational help because the quality of life, because he has so much going on. And like the true cost for like any of this stuff, and it's in human nature, and I think it's very just with brokers, right? It's always like, I want more, and like I want more loads and more margin or whatnot. But really and truly, like you think you want it, but the cost is like the time of like life that I have to give up for that, and time that for you like spend with your family or do things that you enjoy doing for like that extra, whatever it is, like 20, 40 loads. At a certain point, it's like, do you really want that? And I think that everybody needs to kind of find that middle ground where they feel pushed, but at the same time, they don't have too much going on. And I think that a lot of people just overreach and they want more. And then they get in there like, damn, this is too much. I know I've definitely been.
I'm a quality of life girl. Like, I am not part of hustle culture. Like, I'll hustle with what I've got, but I don't want to like grind 24/7. And I have kids. I lost count of how many animals. Honestly, there's a kitten at my feet. There's 8 ducks outside. We have a fucking,
You're good.
a bear outside. Like, there's a lot going on. My kids start school soon. My daughter's starting high school. I have too much going on. Like, I can't. And even this week was kind of an eye opener for me, honestly, because I had like, and this might sound small to whoever, but I had, I think, almost 40 loads on my load board just Monday to Wednesday for 2 customers that like all full truckload, all thousands of dollars, like needed insurance, needed me to watch them, needed updates. Like I was to the point where I was like, oh my God, what have I done? And then you get out of it, right? Like today's Thursday and I'm out of the storm and I'm did really well. I had a record week and I can like kind of chill, knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood for sure. Matt, I'm interested to hear your perspective on this coming from somebody who, I mean, like you had a pretty big book of business as a broker and you had some reefer customers and you posted on LinkedIn. We've talked about it, you know, a lot of this Friday night freight. And then you've gone into this new job of being a recruiter where you work remote and it's a little bit different. And we've even talked about are you going to go back to brokering or you keep doing what you're doing? I'd be interested to hear your take on just quality of life with freight brokering and then agent, just whatever you got on that.
Oh yeah, no, it's way more laid back. I mean, I'm definitely I kind of have a similar mindset. I mean, I work hard, get my work done, but I had to do what I had to do for my customers, but I definitely enjoy my life now. I can make plans on a Friday night, not worried about having to spend 30 minutes in the parking lot at the restaurant trying to figure out a truck. That being said, I think there's nothing more fun than the chaos of being a broker. So
yeah, man, it's
as we're talking about this, probably a truck is calling.
Yeah, do what you need to do, Serena. We'll keep the show rolling. Yeah, it's a weird thing, right? Like, so for me, my experience has been it's like certain customers I work so hard to get, and then the customers reaching out for my help after I've just been flooded with all kinds of tasks. And then like, I'm almost like disappointed that the customer needs me, but I've worked so hard to get this customer to need me. And it's just like this weird thing that I've tried to navigate through building Black Box and all this stuff. It's like, man, it's like what you want so bad. And then you get it. And like, you're resentful that it's happening. It's just it's a weird thing. And I think a lot of freight brokers experience that.
Yeah. You like make them dependent on you. And then you're like, no, not like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, like I'm 20. Yeah, call me whenever. Like I got you. I'm your guy. And then they call you. You know, yeah, you're just like, fuck.
I have to tell my customer I'm planning. I can say it. She's not going to see this. My best friend's getting engaged at my house tomorrow. So I've been planning it with her fiance. So I'm like busy tomorrow. Like I told my customer who loves to call me last minute, I was like, if you need something on Friday, you have until 10 a.m. to tell me. After that, no, I have an engagement to plan. He goes, this is the quality of relationship with my customers, which is why I'm so thankful. I love them. But I said, I have an engagement to plan. Like you have to tell me by 10 a.m. or it's not happening, which isn't true. I would just make one of my teammates do it. But he was like, strap a GoPro to your ducks. They can handle it. You have work to do. And I was like, ducks are dumb. You have until 10 a.m. if you need anything on Friday. Love you. He was like, I'll do my best. I'm like, he's going to call me. I know he is.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
That's how I guess. I think it's
wood in my house.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard sometimes, like balancing. I had my sister, now her she's now married, her now husband. They were coming in for dinner for the first time, and I'd never met him. And I told the customer exactly, reminds me of the story. I said, I can't take a call after 5 p.m. Like, and they constantly did this last minute stuff. Of course, they call at the dinner table needing a truck that night. This was a Friday night. I always talked about how this goes Friday night. And my girlfriend at the time was irate with me for the next week. How did you're meeting your sister's boyfriend for the first time, and you had to get up for 20 minutes at the dinner table and this, and this. And that relationship didn't end up working out anyway.
No, time out. She's crazy, though. Your ex is crazy.
Yeah, we won't get into that, but yeah.
Well, details. We don't.
But yeah, no. I mean, I think sometimes it's hard, like, because I think some of the most disorganized customers too are sometimes the most profitable customers because there's not a lot of people who want to deal with that chaos. But it's also kind of like we're talking. It's hard to have a work life balance in that sense. Which I mean is.
My customer, they're based out of, she's in Texas, but the stuff I ship from a lot is in Oregon. So it's a Friday night and my truck still hasn't loaded and it's 9 o'clock where I am, but it's only 6 o'clock there. But yeah, I've had to answer the phone. And that honestly was the hardest adjustment for my husband because I have a strict, I used to. like no work after X hours because he works he's the GM of a construction something, but his guys are calling him constantly. So we've kind of set a boundary a little bit. Well, then when I started doing this and got really busy, I'm like on the phone, like it's date night and we're at the bar shooting pool. And I'm like I'm sending pictures of loads to my customer. And it's like, but she sends the most beautiful, like it should go framed in an office somewhere. The emails that she sends to me for trucks, they're so beautiful. And one of my coworkers was like, how did you get her? Like, is that a template? And I was like, no, she's just perfect in every way. She was gone last week on vacation. Her husband took over and she was like, I proofread his email before he sent it. And I was like, thank God. And you send this email to everybody that ships everything. She gets every single detail in one single email. I'm like, I love you.
Yeah.
No, but the organized ones, she is my moneymaker, but the other one is also my moneymaker. And he just sends me text messages. He's like, I need a truck to Austin, Texas. I'm like, cool. That sounds fun. I'll get right on that.
Yeah, playing 20 questions to get what you need. So in my experience, at least here, we found so for anybody listening, our experience is that oftentimes a lot of the customers, at least that we work with, we go after a lot of SMB, they just don't know what we need, right? So we have this unspoken expectation that they should know that we need A, B, C, D, E, F to set up the shipment, but they don't. So they start sending stuff. They're like, oh man, this guy never 0 It's like, well, have you told him this would help me if and when you need to quote, this is what I need to get accurate pricing. They're like, no, it's so they go through the same thing over and over again.
You have to train them.
Yeah. You
train them.
Yeah. And then some customers, they'll
the
keep
customer, not your employees.
Yeah. Both. But no, I think that goes a long way is I think just for any working relationship, a lot of times unspoken expectations just leads to, it's just not good, right? Because if they don't know what you need, they just don't know. They're not doing our job. So a lot of times it's we've got a voice to them, hey, I need this to quote this shipment every time. And most of the time they'll get it unless they're just truly
they pick up on it eventually. Yeah. I had to train my Orlando customer.
Yeah.
Because he would just call me and be like, I need a drive in to Tampa. I'm like, pallet count, value, weight, pick PO number. So now he sends me text message, or he doesn't text me. He just calls me. And I'm like, do you have all the stuff that I need? And he'll be like, crap, let me call you right back. Or he's rustling through papers. I'm like, we've been over this. Yeah. It's been 6 months.
There's a brokerage. I'm not going to mention them by name because I don't know everything about them, but from my understanding, the way that they onboard customers is into a proprietary TMS basically that forces the customer to input the order with all that stuff. So their efficiency is just crazy. The revenue per heads, it's massive, and they're buying other brokerages and forcing it. And the customer, it's it builds the order and it takes out all that stuff, which I guess most customers do.
I need more excitement than that.
It is exciting. I don't want to speak too much on specifics because I don't want to, say anything wrong because I'm not. This is all heard this from
PC.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to go say stuff and somebody at there be working that's not true. So
you get a cease and desist in the mail. You're like,
yeah, I've actually never gotten a cease and desist. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
I can't say the same, unfortunately, but
yeah.
Matt,
the buffed.
That's terrible.
Hey, it worked out. Matt's killing it, living his best life.
He is killing it. He's all over my LinkedIn.
Yeah, it's Matt Dawgs.
Man, he's stealing my likes.
Yeah. So, are we gonna get to see the Ducks or?
No, we're going on a road trip.
Yeah. I'm gonna clip this definitely.
Let's go on a road trip.
Road trip.
Oh, they're right here. Oh, those are the big ones. They won't let me pick them up.
Do the Ducks serve any purpose? Do they? Besides just being cool, do they?
They're just live lawn ornaments.
Okay.
That's what I call them. Well, you're gonna get to watch me try to chase one because I can't carry my computer out there. So just hang tight.
Yeah, go chase the duck. Two Dogs One Pod, where we watch.
I never thought. I will be honest with you. When we started this podcast, if you would have told me we're going to be chasing ducks, I I never would have believed you, but that's why this podcast is fun. We never know what's going to happen on a weekly basis.
Is there a fence or something, or does she just have them out there in the grass?
Well, I think she went chasing them into the pool. Maybe is that a pool over there to the right, or is my eyesight broken?
Yeah, it looks like some kind of pool or pond. Hopefully she gets one. I was really looking forward to seeing the ducks. Oh, she's got one.
We got the duck secured.
I wonder if she's got names for them.
Hush.
If anyone's listening to this on afterwards, they're gonna.
This is one of the babies. These ducks are only a month old.
What's its name?
I don't know. I think it might be a girl, but I can't tell. You can't tell if you hear the honking, that means it's a girl. Can you hear it?
I mean, I heard her.
Hey!
I heard her quacking a second ago.
Not this one. There's honking. The girls honk. The boys kind of peep like this. Yes. Hi. Hello. This one's my favorite one. This one will sit in my lap if I go in their cage.
Can we name your duck on the live stream?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
This one actually might be a girl.
What about quack shot? Like hot shot, but quack?
No, listen. The thing about my animals is we like adult names. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
That's a girl. That's Dolly.
Okay. So we have to name an adult name.
Yeah, you got it.
What about Abby? What about Abby for a name?
What?
Abby. That's an adult name.
Very loud.
What's wrong with you, Matt?
I'm so loud.
What? That's an adult name.
It is an adult.
Abby, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Reference, I've got Dolly.
Amy says Lorraine. Oh, I like Dolly.
Oh, Lorraine's good. I have Dolly. I've got Bo. He's the dumbest duck. He has a big poof on his head.
Yeah.
We have Grip and Enrique.
Okay.
And then Dolly and Hardy. Oh my goodness. Okay, goodbye.
Well, hell yeah.
You're trapped in the patio. Don't go in there. So he climbs in the litter box.
The ducks have a litter box?
No, my cats have litter boxes that look like trees.
Okay.
I gotta put him back outside. Hold on, he's mad.
Yeah, go put him outside. All right, we got to brainstorm a name real quick, Matt.
I thought I had a great name, but it got rejected by both of you. So
It didn't get rejected by me. I like Abby.
The last 10 minutes is just me screaming at my ducks. I think that's the only reason. Listen, I posted one.
Paula says,
Paula.
Always a server.
I posted one video or a picture of like my ducklings for no reason on LinkedIn. And now everybody like forgets what I do for a living. Like I post a truck and they're like, where are the ducks, loser? And I'm like,
I mean, yeah. I mean, most people probably care more about ducks than loaded trucks.
I guess they're cuter. I know.
And
Stop it.
Cool. They're just different. Like a lot of LinkedIn, it's kind of like echo chamber. It's the same thing, and a lot of like just corporate redundancy, and a lot of the posts just like aren't entertaining. And then you're scrolling, and all of a sudden you see this lady with a bunch of ducks. Like it's funny. It's like why does she have these ducks? Paula says quacker.
Quacker. I wanted to name them after the Golden Girls, but you can't tell the sex of a duck for like 5 months, maybe 3 or 4. Like their quacks hit puberty, kind of.
Do your ducks breed? Like, are they? So the baby ducks are from your other ducks?
My Regina that I lost, I had a Regina. We lost her last weekend or the weekend before, 2 weeks ago. Don't know how, but the babies. So I have 3 boys, the big boys. And then the babies, the one I just had, and Dolly that's yelling at us, and her brother, are Regina and one of these boys' babies. I hatched them in the incubator.
So those ducks will have more babies. So like, are you just gonna have a bunch of inbred ducks running around?
My husband has put me on a duck hold, so I'm not allowed to breed them anymore. Well, right now.
Okay.
But the thing about ducks is it's safer if you have more females than males because male ducks are very aggressive, if you will. I don't know why it just put balloons up.
I don't know why. Not all the comments are loading in on my live stream, but we've got some funny ones. I can't put them up for whatever reason on my CP. They're loading, but not my laptop where I'm streaming.
Oh, I was wondering why. I was like, maybe because
it might be through yours, but truckstop.com put the eye emojis. Clay T Million goes, ha ha ha. Yeah, go chase a duck. I'm dying. Truckstop then said, duck secured, exclamation mark. And they want to name it Daisy or Arthur.
Ooh, Arthur. That's a good one.
Yeah, the people.
Can you see the comments?
I saw a couple.
I can't see some of them too. Some of them are on my video and some are on yours. That's like the only.
Yeah, that's the issue. So yeah, when I'm on the stream, like on my computer here, I can see them, but not through StreamYards. But yeah, the people like the ducks.
I know they're a hit. They are very cute. They don't they're just not snuggly. Like if I
Luna?
Luna's good. I don't know if they're boys or girls though. That's the problem.
We can give it a unisex.
I was going Rose, Blanche, and Dottie.
What about? Can we name one Big Dog for the podcast?
Sure.
Big Dog. Hell yeah.
Just for you.
All right. Awesome.
I'm pretty sure this one's a girl though.
I just went to look for the comments. This is a popular episode. I think there's 32 people on Will's stream right now.
We have a duck named.
It's just
a lot of people are interested in the ducks.
What? Come here.
We officially have a duck named after the podcast, Big Dog.
Big Dog.
We're gonna need you to take a picture of Big Dog and post on LinkedIn at some point.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, let's make Big Dog the dog of the week. Hey, somebody give him a headset. Let him make a cold call.
This is Big Dog.
This is huge for the podcast. This might be the biggest thing that we've had happen yet. We have a live duck named after the podcast.
Big Dog. Here's the problem. Then I'm going to be in my yard going, no, Big Dog, stop it.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know. My neighbors probably already think I'm crazy. I had a stray cat. There's a feral cat that hangs out that I named Kevin. Well, Kevin turned up pregnant. And I lost her. She disappeared for a few days at full term pregnant. So I'm in my backyard going, Kevin! I'm like, people probably think I lost a 4-year-old.
Man, Kevin got knocked up. So Kevin's a female cat.
Kevin's a Kirby. But I still call her Kevin because I think it's funny. Big Dog, chill.
Big Dog, chill out. Oh, that's great.
Somebody's going to go, what kind of animal is Big Dog? And I'll go, a duck. And they'll be like, what?
No, that's great. Though.
You wouldn't understand.
Yeah. They wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
you're not a dog.
Dog. I'm an honorary dog now.
You know what? But I have an issue with some things that I've been seeing on LinkedIn lately. Is people will say dog, like our dog, like DAWG, but they'll spell it DOG. It's not the same thing.
No.
DOG is an actual dog that runs around like cute dog.
DOG is a Great Dane.
Yeah.
Dog.
DAWG
is dog.
Like that's my dog. Like Big Dog. Yeah, Big Dog like the duck.
I say that to my kids. They don't like it though. You know?
When you call your kids Big Dog?
No, I'm just like, come on, dog. And they're like, Mom. No. But I have a 12 and a 14-year-old, so I'm not cool anymore.
I call my girlfriend Big Dog. She's not.
As you should.
I'm gonna continue.
It's a term of endearment.
Yeah. If I call somebody Big Dog, it means I like them.
Yeah, my husband lovingly calls me idiot.
Well, that's a bit more aggressive, but I get it. I get it.
Love, and I know that, and it's okay. Also, sometimes I am being an idiot. I made up the word dirt smoke one time, which does make sense if you think about it. I forgot the word for dust, but I wasn't talking about house dust. I was talking about dirt road dust. And I said dirt smoke.
What's the difference in house dust and dirt road dust?
I don't know, but I couldn't remember the word. I was being an idiot. And I said dirt smoke and tried to translate it. And they're like, you mean dust?
Hey, do you have any more unnamed animals that we can name?
I mean, I've got 3 other ducks that aren't named.
Can we name all the ducks after the podcast?
No. Well, please.
Okay, it's fine.
You got Big Dog, and Big Dog's mad.
Big Dog's mad.
Dog's
Yeah.
mad.
Big Dog's got that dog in him.
Big Dog's mad.
Yeah.
What happens though? Here's my thing. What happens if Big Dog turns out to be a girl?
Big Dog girls can be Big Dog.
Okay.
We have Dog of the Week all the time, and it's a woman. Being a dog is not. It's not exclusive to one gender or another.
I know. I can't put you back out right now.
Yeah, Big
So
Dog.
bad.
We need to train Big Dog up.
Ducks, listen. You can train ducks. They are very dumb.
Not
And
Big
very
Dog.
scared all the time. Like they're a prey species, so they're just like constantly terrified
Not
of
Big-
everything. Like I hand raised these ducks, like pulled them out of the incubator, hand fed them every single day, and they still think I'm coming to murder them 6 times a day.
That might be true for all the ducks except Big Dog. I'm extremely confident if you let Big Dog out into the wilderness right now, Big Dog would come out with a pack of ducks that he's found like taking over the village, and he would go get food or whatever he needed to get. That's Big Dog.
Sure.
The rest of the ducks maybe.
Yeah. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Enrique. Honestly, he's the meanest, but that's okay.
To be determined. Big Dog's still young. It's a
He
young.
is. You're right.
Um,
It could be a she.
yeah, it could be a she. Well, only time will tell. Well, yeah. We'll definitely need a picture of Big Dog.
I'll do my best.
Big Dog's going to have to be Dog of the Week at some point.
Okay.
And I'd need to post Big Dog out there for the people. This is
I'll do it when he's clean because he's kind of dirty right now.
Yeah, give Big Dog a bath. We can like send Big Dog an outfit.
Well, they have a pool. You don't bathe ducks.
I don't know anything about
Their
that.
own oil system.
I'm yelling at me. I don't know anything about that. This is crazy. My bad. Okay. Well,
They have like their own oil gland.
I don't know what that means.
Now we're having a duck education course.
Well, we need Big Dog cleaned up, and like if there's like places where we can get like duck clothes.
I was gonna say, do you want a duck tuxedo on him?
Yes, duck tuxedo. Get Big
Actually,
Dog looking right. We'll make him Dog of the Week.
Oh,
This is for the
I think
podcast.
he's a girl.
That's fine. We accept Big Dog for if it's a male or female. It's
Okay.
fine.
I can give you the other gray one. The other gray one is going to be very pretty.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to throw in an additional duck, that's awesome. But we can't. Like, we've already claimed Big Dog.
Okay.
And
All right.
We'll go 2 for 1.
Okay.
So
Big dog.
Big Dog and Big Dog eat.
When she starts having babies, I'll send you some.
Yeah. Well, I don't actually want like a physical duck. I just like want to have
I
rights.
bet you your girlfriend does. We should ask her.
Oh, she probably does. I've met his girlfriend. I think she would like. Yeah, that's why I was suggesting name the duck after Abby. I thought Abby would have been fantastic.
We're not going to do this. That sounds like a terrible idea. But I love the idea of like us having a duck, but like we don't actually physically have it.
You have an honorary duck.
Yeah, exactly. We're like the ducks.
I have been known to have been a bad influence when it comes to my friends and animals because every time people come over, I've got ferrets, I've got ducks, I've got kittens. Every time somebody comes over and like with their significant other, one of them, and it goes both ways. I've had a husband beg his wife for a ferret, and she looked at me and I was like, I'm so sorry. But then wives come over and they're like, babe, we need ducks. And the husband's just like, we have to go.
Yeah, I mean, so I like the idea of all of that. Like, I like the idea of having a duck,
I
but
mean,
then
they're pretty dirty. They're pretty gross.
yeah, well, then like being responsible for it. It's like, oh, like if I like want to go somewhere, it's like, oh, like damn, like I gotta get somebody to like feed my ducks.
Yeah.
You know, and that's
Our
like,
neighbor does it. Our
you do
neighbor
that?
comes over.
Yeah,
But they like hang out all day. They've got 2 acres to F around on.
yeah. It's cool.
Big dog.
Well, I know you have to get to volleyball
Well,
practice.
volleyball's at 8:30 tonight. It got changed, so
Oh, it got changed. Okay.
you
Well,
got all
that's-
day.
I was gonna say, I know you were saying that we
I did, and then they
It's not
canceled it on
volleyball,
me. Now I have to stay up way past my bedtime with a bunch of tweens.
yeah, that's late to have practice. I was gonna say when I was
No.
playing basketball and soccer at middle school, we didn't have practice like past like 7
But
most of the time.
We have a game on Saturday, and I'm 3 for 3, so
It's a bunch of dogs out there, undefeated dogs.
I'm pretty mean. My husband calls me the Bill Belichick of rec volleyball.
Bill Belichick's lost his mind.
The parents encourage it. Like my team's parents. Matt, were you the one that asked on my post one time if the parents were bad?
Probably, yeah, because
Oh,
the
did
parents
you?
were getting bad when I was a kid, and I know from what I hear, they're even worse in this generation.
I got really lucky because when I yell, I'm like, sorry guys, I just care a lot. And they're like, no, you should probably yell more. I'm like, say less. Oh, we have to run 4 suicides tonight. That reminded me. They had 4 drop balls last weekend. We can't have that happen.
Yeah, so my least favorite job that I've ever had, and I've had some like just really weird, shitty jobs. Like I worked on a horse farm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for a year, just like throwing hay bales, building fences. That sucked. But my least favorite job, I was a youth baseball umpire.
No.
Yeah, they're the worst. The kid, it was like T-ball, in 7, 8-year-olds, so kid or coach pitch, and they're just way too into it. I mean, it was crazy.
I had a parent, not my parent, the other team's parent last weekend. They were winning, mind you. You play 3 sets, right? Matches, whatever. The second set, they were winning by like 3 or 4 or 5 points. She went up to this is also the YMCA, okay? YMCA rec ball. She stood at the score guy's table for like 5 minutes arguing about something. And it took everything in me not to be like, this is rec ball. And you're winning. Like, go sit down. I still don't know what she was mad about either. I didn't even bother to put myself in it because I won't be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always somebody that's my team. Like I said, my team parents are pretty good, but there's always a parent. There's always one.
All it takes is one.
I mean, my son played t-ball when he was like 2 or 3 or 4. And my ex-husband, their dad, played baseball like through college, and his dad coached him like very meanly in the 80s, early 90s. And like 4-year-old t-ball, my ex-husband would get all worked up. And I'm like, I literally went on the field one time and I was like, you are not going to talk to my son like that. Calm down. Don't let it happen again, or I will take him home quicker than you can even see it happen. He never did it again. Like, he's 4. He's not getting a D1 scholarship.
Hey, yeah, but did they win?
I don't know.
Oh.
He was 4.
I know. I was kidding.
A lot of faith in my memory.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Well,
remember either.
Big dog.
Can we see Big Dog one last time before we?
Yeah, now I'm fighting with him.
To any of our audience that's just tuning in, very, very big day for the Two Dogs One Pod podcast. Minutes ago, we had a duck named after us. Serena is grabbing the duck, and the duck will be on stream shortly. The duck has been named Big Dog. Big Dog.
Big dog.
Hell yeah.
Big dog is probably a girl.
Hey, either way, that's Big Dog. That's the Two Dog One Pod's duck. We're gonna get a picture of Big Dog in a tuxedo, and that's gonna be the dog of the week here shortly.
Or a ball gown.
Or a ball gown, whatever works. Just get Big Dog cleaned up. Let's get some pictures, and that'll be our dog of the week.
You're all hot. I know it's
awesome. Guys, I do unfortunately have to go. I got to do a couple of things before everybody leaves here.
No, sit down.
But this is huge. Serena, thanks so much for joining us. It has been an eventful episode. We've covered all kinds of ground, all the way to ducks and getting a duck named after us. So this has been a big episode.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. All right. Thanks, Serena.
Thanks again, Serena.
Bye. You're welcome.
Man.
I never thought we would have a show where we'd have a duck named after us, and we would. So it keeps the podcast interesting.
Yeah,
it was fun though. I mean, I enjoyed the talk too about. I mean, I thought that was super cool. I know we got in the second half about ducks, but if anyone watches back to the beginning of the podcast, we did have some pretty fun, but serious conversations too, kind of about work-life balance. How she got her customers. I think there was a lot of good tidbits in there besides the duck part as well, even though the duck part was entertaining. Well, shout out to our sponsors, Wirebee, Carrier AI Sourcing, great company. We've had them on the podcast. Go check out that episode. Black Box, Will's Company, HT Ships, if you're looking to be an agent. Sales Dash CRM, Freight Specific CRM. Josh and Drew are great. Reach out. Brought to you by Taft's, banner sponsor, just renewed for 6 months. Top 10 factoring company. Reach out to Ryan or Rob, and we'll be back next week.
Yeah, awesome. Well, enjoyed it, Matt. I'm sure I'll be talking to you here soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.
All right.